Hello, fans and friends and everybody in between. This is Billy Cultist today. What we're going to be doing today is pretty simple and basic, very simple and basic, but I thought, maybe it might be helpful to some, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a sign, and I'm basically going to be demonstrating how in Dreams you can make nice lettering out of paint instead of using a text box, which I think would be the typical way most people would think of going about this. I know I did for a while. There's reasons though not to, which I'll get into more later, but for now, I'm gonna make a simple sign. I'll probably go with a stop sign, even though it's gonna be round, which is not typically what a stop sign, at least people in the US wouldn't think of it that way, but we're just gonna go with that, because it's easy. And it's not so much about the shape or the modeling of the sign as it is the lettering on it. So I'm just gonna kind of get in here real quick, and we're gonna make ourselves a sort of a stop sign here. It's not gonna be that beautiful, but this is not necessarily how I would do this. If I was really going for a stop sign. But anyway, there is our sign. Very basic flat surface. This is basically any flat surface. Sometimes a little bit of a curve is okay with this method too, but what I'm gonna do is I get in here to movers and output, and I go to the text displayer. And you might be thinking, you just said, Billy, no text displayer, paint. But yeah, this is the beginning. We gotta stamp this on here. Alright, so we open up our text displayer. You're gonna want to go to, and you've got to make sure this is stamped on the object. But you're gonna want to go to over here to this menu, the little A and B gears, and you're gonna want to go in scene. So what that does is it's gonna put your text box so it's right there on the surface like that. That's what you want, basically, and it will be right there above that. That's exactly what we want right there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go over here to this first setting here. We're gonna get in here and we're gonna type stop, or whatever you want to put on there, really. But for our purposes, it's stop. And we're gonna go here and we'll find some lettering we like. You could use the up down on the D-pad to change this increment by increment, or you can grab, but increment by increment is sometimes mostly what you want, because you grab it, you're gonna go through it too fast and you'll miss something. You'll be like, oh no, I wanted to go back. That's not too bad. Let's find a nice kind of stop looking. I'm looking for something kind of thick. That's the way I like it. I'm gonna go for something. No, it's like a science fiction stop sign. I like science fiction. Let's keep going. What do we got? I'm beginning to think the good stuff was at the front. Well, I don't know about that. But yeah, you gotta go through this here. Figure out what you want. Okay, let's take it back to front. I think the good stuff was back there. That's decent. Well, let's go with that. No, let's go with that. For the sake of brevity, anyway. So you're going to want to make this, it's going to be, depending on the backing color, you're going to want to either choose white or black for the text. But choose one of those monochrome, white, black. It might even be a gray. I'm going to go with white. But basically, well, we're fighting with our own marshmallows. Let's go with... Okay, we're going to turn the opacity down on that touch. Well, I'll wait to do that, because that's a little bit rough. You want to go to this part here. What is this? I don't know what this is called. It's the back. The backing. And you're going to want to go to the visibility. Turn the visibility off on that. Go to the edge. That's the edge. Turn the visibility off on the edge. And now you're back to this. And I would turn the opacity fairly lowish so that's just, you know, you can kind of see it. That's how you want it. And then of course we're going to want this bigger. We want it to fill the stop sign. Just kind of like that. That's nice. Kind of line it up. And yeah, I would recommend having the precise move on for that. So now we got that on there. Here's what comes next. We get in paint mode. Start a new painting. I want my letters to be white. And I'm going to use ruler. And I'm going to go to the guides. And we're going to go snap to the surface. So it snaps to the surface. And you probably guessed at this point what we're going to be doing. And you would be right. We are going to basically trace under that text box lettering. And this part, really, it's up to you how intense you want the resolution on this. It's going to be like, if you go way down and make a real thin rule line, you're going to be able to get way more. See how those edges are a little bit sloppy? I don't often mind that. It'll look pretty good when it gets done anyway. But, you know, you may want something more even cleaner and sharper, which you can do if you want to take the time to. You just have to take the time and get down there and really, and then I'll fill this in. I'll enlarge it for the center. And there we go. And the T is going to be nice because all you got to do is straight lines. That's nice and handy. Yeah, line that in like that. Yeah, typically you'd want to fill the whole screen. You want to move your view into a position like this where the whole word or whatever it is you're doing is like this, and then just don't move it around because that can mess with the spacing and the lettering a little bit. You might not want that. And just do it this way. We're getting our O. There we go. Bit by bit. Get our P. That might not sound so great. Finish our P. And we got a nice handy straight line. Yes, thank you. Praise heaven for that. There you go. Now what you do, get out your painting, delete your text displayer, and there you are. You have got a, in my case, a little bit, you know, sloppy, low-res copy, but it looks pretty much the same. And the advantage of this is it's paint. So, basically, light and shadow will affect it the same way as the sculpture or whatever it's on top. So basically, that's the advantage of that. I mean, my main advantage of that. Another advantage of that is that when you got a ton of text boxes for every sign in the world, it can load up your gameplay, possibly, but just to kind of give you a demonstration here, we'll turn the opacity up on that, and I'm gonna take out a sun, and we're gonna kind of darken up. See that? See how the sign's getting darker? The text box stays white, but the text stays white too. It's like really white. It's like if it's dark, and then if you're gonna have like changing, you know, say you have street lights or something, and you're like, it looks weird. See how it's, but the paint works. But that's an alternative to the text box method, which it's super simple when I go over it, but honestly, it took me a while to figure this out, which is why I figured, you know, maybe I'll make a video of it and we'll put this out there for anybody else who may be having trouble. Even though it seems like a super simple baby level thing, you know, I had some trouble with it, so for a little while until I figured this out, and then yeah, but this is why it's out there. That's how you do it. Nice, works. And that's about all for today. If you enjoyed this video, if you found what I gave you here helpful, if you like our channel, then obviously subscribe and give this video a like, and leave comments below about what you thought of this method. Is it just too simple? Does it not even deserve to be on YouTube? Or was this actually helpful? But you'll all have a nice day, and bye-bye.